Let's just continue.
Hello, good evening, everyone. Please, am I audible? Hello, good evening, everyone. I'd like to know if I'm audible. I want to welcome everyone to this event. Please, I'd like to know if I am audible, please. Can everyone hear me, please? Hello? Hello, can everyone hear my voice, please? I would like to read a chat. Okay, good, 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 good. Thank you. All right, thank you. I think I've read that everyone can hear my voice. I want to welcome everyone to this.
Good evening.
Good evening. Good evening. Good evening. Good
Can you all hear me now?
Can you all hear me now? Can you all hear me now? Can you all hear me now? Can you all hear me now? Can you all hear me now? Can you all hear me now? Can you all hear me now? Can you all hear me now? Can you all hear me now? Can you all hear me now? Can you all hear me now? Can you all hear me now? Can you all hear me now? Can you all hear me now? Can you all hear me now? Can you all hear me now? Can you all hear me now? Can you all hear me now? Can you all hear me now? Can you all hear me now? Can you all hear me now? Can you all hear me now? Can you all hear me now? Can you all hear me now? Can you all hear me now? Can you all hear me now? Can you all hear me now? Can you all hear me now? Can you all hear me now? Can you all hear me now? Can you all hear me now? Can you all hear me now? Can you all hear me now? Can you all hear me now? Can you all hear me now? Can you all hear me now? Can you all hear me now? Can you all hear me now? Can you all hear me now? Can you all hear me now? Can you all hear me now? Can you all hear me now? Can you all hear me now? Can you all hear me now? Can you all hear me now? Can you all hear me now? Can you all hear me now? Can you all hear me now? Can you
Okay, so sorry.
Okay, so sorry. Okay, so sorry. Okay, so sorry.
Okay, can you hear me now? Hello everyone. Okay. If the
Dr. Karen Sutherland is a multi-award-winning educator and author from the University of the Sunshine Coast in Australia. As a certified AI consultant and director of the Around Digital Marketing Agency, Dr. Sutherland specializes in using AI for strategic marketing and communication. In addition to designing and delivering trainings and workshops globally for over a decade, our research spans AI in strategic communication, B2B relationships, social media pedagogy, and practice. Dr. Karen has authored 2 editions of her book, Strategic Social Media Management, Theory and Practice, Power Macmillan, downloaded more than 170,000 times. Transmedia, brand, storytelling, immersive experiences from theory to practice, Power Macmillan, and Public Relations and Strategic Communication, Oxford University Press. Our latest book, AI for Strategic Communication, Power Macmillan, has been adopted across 20 and more countries. Dr. Sutherland has featured in global media including the Wall Street Journal, Euronews, HeyHP, ABC, 9, Sky News, and has been Ticker's AI and social media expert for the past 5 years. Ladies and gentlemen, please let's welcome Dr. Karen Sutherland. Dr. Karen Sutherland is a multi-award-winning educator and author from the University of the Sunshine Coast in Australia. As a certified AI consultant and director of the Around Digital Marketing Agency, Dr. Sutherland specializes in using AI for strategic marketing and communication. In addition to designing and delivering trainings and workshops globally for over a decade, our research spans AI in strategic communication, B2B relationships, social media.
Good
Hello,
evening, everyone. Good evening, Dr. Karen.
Hi, can you hear me okay?
We can hear you loud and clear.
Great.
You're welcome on board. It's nice to have you all the way from Australia.
Thank you. It's very early in the morning here. It's 4:30 a.m.
I can imagine. Good to see you. It's been an exciting build up. Everyone from Africa has been looking forward to you on this particular session, and we are excited to have you. So welcome, everyone. We are so sorry for the technical setback. It's all one of those things, but we are happy that we are live and direct now. This is the Leave No Woman, Leave No Nurse, Leave No Midwife behind, and it's a 5-year global AI literacy campaign that we are kicking off in January. But this is just the tip of the iceberg. Big stuff are coming, and we are excited to open up the floor this evening and in the morning in Australia and afternoon in the Americas to welcome Dr. Karen Sutherland to give us the keynote address for this particular session. Dr. Karen, you have the floor.
Thank you so much. Well, I've got a few slides to share, if that's okay, to speak to.
That's fine.
So let me just bring those up. 1 second. Okay. Well, thank you so much for inviting me. It's such an exciting event and it's such an exciting initiative that it was worth waking up at 3:30 in the morning for, because I was just so excited that this is happening, and I'm very proud to support this initiative. And so I want to begin with a little story. So imagine that it is 3 a.m. in a hospital in Lagos, and a midwife called Grace is monitoring a complicated labor, and she's exhausted. She's been on her feet for about 14 hours, and she has a question. It's a clinical question that could change the outcome for this mother and baby. Now, 20 years ago, Grace would have had to wait until the morning to consult with a colleague because it's the middle of the night. And maybe 10 years ago, she might have searched a medical database. But today, Grace could ask a secure AI assistant trained on accurate patient and medical data and get an evidence-based guidance and evidence-based answers within seconds. But The question that haunts me around this is that will Grace have the skills to use that tool? Will she know what to ask the AI to get the right answer? And will she understand, will the AI understand the context of her question? And will she even trust an algorithm that's been built by people who've never walked in her shoes? Now, these aren't hypothetical questions. These are the questions that will determine whether artificial intelligence becomes a force for equality or another wall between women and opportunity. And these are the questions that I bring to us today. Let me share some numbers with you. I've gathered some statistics about this, and it's not to discourage you, but it's to ignite you and inspire you. The first statistic is that women represent only around 22% of AI and machine learning professionals globally. So we are a minority. And it's not a gap, it's actually a chasm. It's quite a big gap. Also, in sub-Saharan Africa, less than 30% of STEM graduates are women, and only around 20% of those work in tech roles. Also, women-led AI startups receive only 0.7% of venture capital funding. So female-led firms make up only about 4% of startups. So 96% of them are male startups. And around 43% of boards still lack a female director. But here's what those numbers don't capture. When women are absent from AI development, the technology itself becomes biased. Facial recognition systems struggle to identify darker skin tones. Healthcare algorithms trained primarily on male patients, voice assistants that respond to better male voices, and credit scoring systems end up disadvantaging women entrepreneurs. The absence of women in AI isn't only an employment issue, it's a fundamental design flaw, and it's a failure of imagination, and it has real consequences for real people. Now, we need to add in another dimension to this picture, and that's the dimension of migration. And another statistic for you, that around 3.7 to 3.8 million nurses and midwives migrate internationally each year, and around 70% of them are women. So that means around 90% of internationally educated nurses are also women. These women carry extraordinary skills, clinical expertise, critical thinking, crisis management skills, and cultural intelligence. Yet, when they arrive in new countries, they often find that the technology has moved on without them, and that the digital tools everyone expects them to use were never designed with them in mind. They don't lack intelligence, they don't lack work ethic, they just lack the access to those tools, and they lack representation. They also lack a seat at the table where the future is being built. But here's what I want you to see today, and here's a revelation that can actually change everything. Nurses and midwives are the largest female-dominated profession on earth. And think about what that means. We're not talking about creating a new movement from scratch. We're talking about activating an existing global network of highly educated, deeply skilled, and remarkably resilient women who already span every continent, every culture, and every healthcare system. And here's what makes this even more powerful. Nurses are already technology users. They work with electronic health records, they use monitoring equipment, they analyze data every single shift, and they haven't been included in the conversation around what comes next. And why this movement matters, it's because we are standing at a singular moment in history right now. AI is still being shaped. The ethical frameworks are still being written, and the applications are still being imagined. If we act now, together we can ensure that the next generation of AI tools reflects the needs, the wisdom, and the voices of women from every background. We can build technology that works with us, not despite us. And this is not about catching up, it's about co-creating. It's about recognizing what the women who understand their communities, who hold trust, and who navigate complexity every single day, these women have exactly the perspective that AI development desperately needs. And so, how do we actually do this? How do we close a gap that's taken decades and decades to form? Well, the answer is in the title of this campaign, Leave No Woman Behind. And it's the method of co-creation. Now, co-creation isn't charity, it isn't aid, it isn't the developed world teaching the developing world co-creation. Co-creation is a recognition that everyone brings something essential to the table. 3 principles for genuine co-creation include the first, which is centering local knowledge. The women in this room, the women watching today, and the millions you represent understand context that no AI algorithm will ever be able to capture. You know what healthcare looks like in rural clinics with intermittent electricity. You know what communication looks like in communities that speak 15 different languages. And you know what trust looks like in populations that have been failed by institutions before. That knowledge isn't a deficit to be overcome, it's an asset to be amplified. Secondly, design for the edges, not just the center. So when global AI leaders build their tools, they often design for well-resourced urban environments with reliable internet and English-speaking users. But if we design for the nurse in the remote clinic, for the midwife who speaks Yoruba or Tagalog or Arabic, for the women accessing technology on a borrowed smartphone, we create tools that work for everyone. The edges teach us what the center never can. And thirdly, build pathways, not programs. A one-time training workshop isn't enough. We need continuous learning ecosystems. We need peer support networks that sustain. And we need career pathways that show women they can move from AI user to AI advocate and to AI leader. The goal isn't literacy, it's agency. And now I want to speak directly to the AI leaders and the tech companies, the investors, the policymakers who shape this industry. If you are building AI systems that will be used by women around the world, you have a responsibility to include those women in the building, not as an afterthought, not as a box to tick, but as essential partners from day one. This means funding research, partnerships with institutions in Africa, Asia, Latin America, and the Pacific, not just extracting data from these regions. This means creating internship and fellowship programs that bring diverse women into AI development and support them to stay and lead. This means open source tools and training materials so that cost is never a barrier to learning. And it means listening, genuinely listening to what communities need rather than assuming we already know what they need. So let me paint you a picture of 2030. So it's a picture where 1 million migrant women and girls have not just become AI literate, but they're AI confident, they're AI competent, and AI creative. And in this picture, Grace, our midwife, who we talked about earlier in Lagos, isn't just using AI tools, she's helping to design them. She's trained other nurses to use them. She's on an advisory board that ensures the next generation of healthcare AI reflects African realities. And in this picture, a Filipino nurse who migrated to the UK has launched an AI platform that helps other overseas workers navigate credential recognition and career development. In this picture, a young girl in Brazil who once thought technology was not for people like her is now pursuing a career in health informatics because she saw women who looked like her leading the way. And it's not a fantasy. This is the future we can choose to build. And why 1 million? Some might ask, why 1 million? Is it too ambitious? Is it enough? 1 million is significant because it represents a tipping point. When 1 million women across every continent are AI ready, they become an undeniable force. They become proof of concept. They become mentors for the next million and the million after that. And by focusing on migrant women and nurses who already bridge cultures, who already transfer knowledge across borders, who already demonstrate extraordinary adaptability, we're working with natural multipliers. So here is my invitation to you. If you are a nurse or midwife, you are not behind, you are not too late. The skills you have, critical thinking, empathy, pattern recognition, and ethical decision making, these are exactly what AI needs and often lacks. Step forward, learn, question, and contribute. The field needs you far more than you might even believe. And if you are a migrant woman, your journey across borders has already taught you resilience, adaptation, and the ability to translate between worlds. These are superpowers in our globalized digital age. Claim your seat at the table. Your perspective is not a limitation, it's your greatest asset. And if you are an educator or institution, make AI literacy accessible. Create programs that meet women where they are. Partner with communities you serve. Remember that a certificate means little if it doesn't lead to confidence and capability. And if you are a technology leader or investor, diversify your talent pipeline. Fund initiatives that bridge gaps rather than widen them. Measure your success not just by revenue, but by reach, by who you've included, not just what you've built. And if you are a policymaker, create frameworks that support AI education for all, that recognize international credentials, that protect workers in an automated economy. Your decisions today will shape opportunities for decades to come. And I want to leave you with one final image, a bridge. A bridge is never built from one side only. It requires builders on both banks working towards each other, meeting in the middle. The Leave No Woman Behind campaign is that bridge. Tech Nurses Africa and every partner represented here today, we are the builders, the women and girls who will learn and grow and lead over the next 5 years. They are both the beneficiaries and the future builders themselves. Artificial intelligence will not wait for us to catch up. It will not pause while we debate who should be included. It will continue to reshape healthcare, education, economics, and society. The question is not whether AI will change the world. The question is whether women will be among those who shape that change. Today, we answer that question with a resounding yes. 1 million women, 5 years, and one mission. Leave no woman behind. Thank you. And if you're watching today and want to bring some AI readiness to your team or organization, please feel free to reach out via email or visit my website. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Dr. Courage Sutherland. That was massive. That was insightful and inspirational too. And I must say that while you were at it, there were some comments dropping in the session, which we think we need to highlight in the course of this this session, because they were very, very insightful points taken from your presentation. So we want to say thank you so much for this presentation. I love the part that you are being able to relate it to the migrant woman, to the nurse out there, and everything they've been thinking about AI looking like a mountain is relatable, looking at from the angle that everyone can connect with what you have just said and the inspirational aspect of it. We will be coming back to the question and answer session, and so we would love you to still hold on. In the meantime, we'd like to move straight to the second keynote address,
Sure.
and
Thank
that
you.
will be Dr. Kimberly Madison. And after Dr. Kimberly, we're going to bring two of you back on screen, and they will start taking all the questions. Thank you very much, Dr. Karen. It's awesome
Thank you.
having you all the way from Australia into Africa without a single visa.
Thank you.
Thank you. See you soon again in some
Thanks.
minutes. Yeah. And that is it. That is the first keynote address taken by Dr. Karen Sunderland, all the way from Australia. And we are going to have some beautiful discussion around that in a short while. But before we do that, I would like us to quickly look at the next item on the agenda, which is the second keynote address. And without wasting much time, I'll be bringing my good friend, Dr. Kimberly Madison, to the screen. Dr. Kimberly, good evening and good afternoon. How are you doing? You're looking radiant this evening.
Great. Greetings, everyone. Can everybody hear me?
We can hear you loud and clear. So while we're trying to bring you on, I would like to confirm if there is any introduction we need to do. Okay. Okay, so we will be taking a short break. I'll be looking at your introduction in a short while. Just a minute, please. Thank you. Hello, Dr. Kim. I think the technical team is struggling with that. Sorry about that. I think we just need to move on to your keynote speaking while I just find a way of yeah, so let me just go ahead and read from here, if you don't mind. Okay. So welcome Dr. Kimberly Madison, DNP, founder Mahogany Dermatology Nursing, Education Research, and the Alliance of Cosmetic Nurse Practitioners United States. Dr. Kimberly, DNP, is a board-certified doctorally prepared nurse practitioner, researcher, and the founder of Mahogany Dermatology Nursing, Education, and Research, and the Alliance of Cosmetic Nurse Practitioner, where she trains nurse practitioners to become critical authorities and successful entrepreneurs at the intersection of advanced nursing practice, skin of color care, and digital innovation. Our mission is building founders, not followers. Dr. Madison is a digital health innovator who uses AI to start, optimize, and scale our businesses and teaches our nurse practitioners to do the same. She recently co-authored research on AI-assisted dermatology care in provider shortage areas and participates weekly in the Black AI think tank. Through a public-facing health literacy arm, the Melanin Initiative podcast, she simplifies complex health information and elevates nursing expertise. She also served as an advisor to doctoral research using AI to improve health outcomes for Black veterans diagnosed with congestive heart failure at the Veterans Administration. Through her work, she addresses...
Dr. Madison is a digital health innovator who uses AI to start, optimize, and scale up businesses, and teaches other nurse practitioners to do the same. She recently co-authored research on AI-assisted dermatology care in provider shortage areas and participates weekly in the Black AI think tank. Through a public-facing health literacy and the Melanin Initiative podcast, she simplifies complex health information and elevates nursing expertise. She has also served as an advisor for doctoral research using AI to improve health outcomes for Black veterans diagnosed with congestive heart failure at the Veterans Administration. Through her work, she addresses three critical gaps: business training that ignores advanced nursing practice, dermatology education that overlooks skin of color, and entrepreneurship coaching that doesn't understand nursing regulatory requirements. Dr. Madison is leading a movement where nurses are recognized not just as caregivers, but as investors, innovators, and wealth builders, shaping the future of healthcare through digital fluency and AI literacy. Please, ladies and gentlemen, let's make welcome Dr. Madison.
Welcome, Dr. Kimberly. You have the floor.
Thank you so much. That was beautiful. Greetings, everyone. I'm Dr. Kimberly Madison, a doctorally prepared nurse practitioner, and I am so honored to be here with you today. I want to start with a truth that might make you uncomfortable. The future of nursing, healthcare, and humanity depends on you, not on the tech companies, not on the hospitals, and not on the government, on you, the nurses, the midwives, the caregivers, the healers. Because you have something Amazon doesn't have, something Google cannot buy, something Microsoft will never access. We have human data. And I don't mean medical records, and I don't mean patient charts. I mean the stories, the moments, the human experiences that happen in 3 minutes before a patient codes, the conversation a mother has with you when she's scared her baby won't make it, the trust a migrant woman gives you when she's afraid to speak to anyone else. This data will never be found on the internet. You cannot ask ChatGPT. And it's the most valuable data in the world. Let me explain why this matters. Amazon, Google, and Microsoft, these companies have built trillion-dollar empires by capitalizing on human data. They know what you search, what you buy, what you watch, what you click, and they use that data to predict what you'll do next. to sell you products, to shape your decisions, to control markets. But they don't have access to the data we have as nurses. They don't know what it sounds like when a patient takes their last breath and their family asks you, did we do everything we could? They don't know what it feels like to hold a newborn in your hands and watch a mother see her baby for the first time. They don't know the questions patients ask you at 2 a.m. when they can't sleep because they're afraid they won't wake up. We do. And with AI, we can now capture that knowledge, document it, structure it, scale it, and share it without asking for permission. This is why nurses and midwives must lead the AI transformation, because if we don't write our own stories, someone else will write them for us. If we don't document our knowledge, it disappears when we retire. If we don't build the tools we need, we'll be forced to use tools built by people who've never done what we do. We already live in that reality. We must write our own stories. We're the only ones who spend unlimited hours with other human beings in their most vulnerable moments. We are masters of human behavior. We are the only profession that spends time with people from the moment they enter this world until the moment they take their last breath. There is no other profession that has that distinction. We are masters of communication. We can do extraordinary things with very little resources. Masters at de-escalation, connecting disparate groups, translation, safety, advocacy, ethics, innovation, and problem solving. In fact, I want you to see yourself as a problem solver, someone who can solve any problem, anywhere, at any time. When you believe that about yourself, what you can do becomes unlimited. I know what some of you are thinking. I'm not a tech person. I don't have a computer science degree. I didn't grow up in Silicon Valley. Let me tell you something. With AI, you don't need permission. You don't need another degree, and you definitely don't need a certification. It's all made up anyway. AI has made it possible to live in a borderless world. It used to matter where you were born, what school you went to, who you knew, what opportunities were available in your country. Not anymore. A nurse in Nigeria can build an AI-powered platform that serves midwives in India. A midwife in Kenya can create educational content that trains nurses in the Philippines. And a healthcare worker in Brazil can launch a business that solves problems for patients in the United States. Geography is no longer a destiny or a barrier. And here's what's even more powerful. There's one problem only you can solve. And the people who need you, they only want to hear from you. The people who go to McDonald's and Burger King, they go to both places. And if Burger King worried about what McDonald's was doing, they would rob people of that Burger King experience. Remember that. There might be 1 million people out here doing what you're doing, but no one can do it with your lived experience and your unique perspective. They don't want to hear from me. Not from big tech companies, not from someone who looks different, speaks a different language, or comes from a different background. They want to hear from you because you understand their pain. You've lived their experience. You speak their language, not just the words, but the culture, the context, the humanity. That's your competitive advantage. That's what makes you irreplaceable. And AI gives you the tools to reach people who need you the most. But here's the challenge. Alone, you can only do so much in a day. You must understand, we understand in our profession, the fragility of time. There's only 24 hours in a day. We can only see so many patients. We can only write so many articles. We can only teach so many students. Time is our biggest constraint. But together, we defy time. When we build a platform, we reach people while they're sleeping. While we're sleeping. When you create content, it teaches people you'll never meet. When you train an AI model on your knowledge, it scales your expertise to thousands, millions of people at once. Together, we move at the speed of our dreams. Individually, we can do a lot. But together we can do extraordinary feats. And here's my thesis. Nurses are investors, and we are investable. We've been taught to see ourselves as employees, as caregivers, as people who serve. But we are entrepreneurs, innovators, builders, leaders. And it's time we start investing in each other. Not waiting for venture capital, not waiting for hospitals to fund us, not waiting for someone else to give us permission. We invest in each other. We build together. We leave no nurse or midwife behind. I'll help you create over the past year, I've talked about AI. I've used it to transform how I educate, research, and serve the nursing community. Here's what I've accomplished with AI as my strategic partner. I've generated over 25 workshops, presentations with AI-assisted content development, created comprehensive speaker transcript with precise timestamps, developed over 40 pages of workbooks with clinical standard operating procedures, implementation checklists, and staff training models. Produced Q&A documents formatted for AI podcast generation, wrote social media content adapted across Instagram, TikTok, LinkedIn, and Facebook simultaneously, coordinated interdisciplinary research on shared pathways between fibroids, keloids, and alopecia, using AI for literature review and data synthesis, generated clinical protocols for ethnic hair in cosmetic practice, created evidence-based educational materials translating complex dermatology research for nurse practitioners, built automated consulting funnels with AI-optimized landing pages and email sequencing, developed my own framework with AI assistance, created comprehensive business templates, generated 6-week financial intimacy workshops, designed a year-long book giveaway, created member announcements and community communications across multiple platforms, develop podcast content strategy using AI transcription and repurposing tools, reduce content creation time from weeks to days using AI for first drafts and iteration, batch created months of educational content in single sessions, transform clinical expertise into multiple revenue streams without seeing more patients. I share this with you not to impress you, but to show you what's possible. I'm a practicing nurse practitioner, researcher, educator, and entrepreneur, just like you. I don't have a tech background. I didn't wait for permission. I didn't have unlimited resources or time. What I had was a willingness to experiment, a commitment to serve my community, and a belief that AI could amplify, not replace my expertise. Every workshop, every research protocol, every business framework, every piece of content you've seen from me has been AI generated. Not because I couldn't do it myself, but because AI allowed me to do it faster, more efficiently, and at a scale that serves more people. I know this is possible because I have done it. And if I can do it, so can you. The question isn't whether AI can help transform your practice or your life. The question is, are you ready to start? So here's what I want you to do. If you've been waiting for the right time to start using AI, the time is now, because the time is always now. If you've been waiting for someone to give you permission, you don't need it. You already have everything you need. If you've been waiting for the table to find where you belong, build your own table, then invite others to join you. After this summit, I invite you to join the 3-day AI Career and Business Renovation Bootcamp. This isn't about learning fancy tech jargon. This is about learning how to use AI to solve the problems only you can solve, to reach the people only you can reach, to build the future only you can build. Because the future of nursing, healthcare, and humanity doesn't depend on Amazon or Google or Microsoft. It depends on you. Together, we write our own stories. Together, we invest in each other. In all my years of nursing, this has by far been my most humbling assignment. But all of us have an assignment. God has called all of us to the greatest mission in life, to care for his sons and daughters. In our pursuit of obedience, may we leave no woman, nurse, or midwife behind. Thank you.
Wow, wow, wow. This is beautiful. I'm inspired. I'm inspired. You did so much in less than how many minutes? That was massive. You and Dr. Karen are just a blessing to this community tonight. Thank you so much, Dr. Kimberly. We really are happy that we were able to bring you on board, and you have been able to help us deal with this particular aspect of inspiring that mindset to see AI as a new powerful frontier for nurses, women, and midwives. So I would like to bring Dr. Karen back to the stage now. Dr. Karen, I would like to bring you back, and we will be taking a lot of questions from the audience. So if you have a question for Dr. Karen and Dr. Kimberly, I think this is the best time for you to actually start dropping your questions.
And hi, Dr. Kimberly. How are you?
Hi, nice to meet you.
Me too.
Okay, so we'll be looking at the comments in the session. Yeah,
They're ready
you
to
want to say something?
register.
Go ahead.
They're ready to register.
Oh. Okay. The rate at which the commendations are dropping in the comment section is overwhelming. I'm trying to catch up. I can't catch up.
They want the link.
The accolades. Okay.
They want the link. They're looking for the link. Can we drop the link in the
chat? Okay, thank you very much. So thank you, Dr. Kimberly and Dr. Karen, for coming up. I think most people are not asking questions. They are appreciating you and sending so much appreciation coming in. I'm still waiting to see 1 or 2 questions. Is registration for the boot camp? No, ask questions about keynote address. Someone wants to get to the boot camp now. Can you bring up questions for Dr. Sunderland and Dr. Madison, please? Questions, please.
Well, I've got questions for Dr. Kimberly, if I can. Yeah, Dr. Kimberly, what's your favorite AI tool? What do you? Because I know there's so many and you use them for different things, but what are your favorites?
Oh man, my absolute favorite is Claude, but I really use all of them every single day. But Claude, that's the one I've actually paid for. Everything else I use for free.
Yes. Yeah, but I like Claude.
Gamma's my next investment.
Oh, absolutely. So yeah. I'm a university lecturer, and Gamma has saved my life. Gamma's if you don't know, Gamma is a presentation. It does presentations, but it does social media content and documents and all sorts. But it helps to develop slide decks for you very quickly. It's so, and really nice ones too. It's definitely worth looking at.
Yeah, absolutely beautiful. And Claude does too, which is actually why I invested in it. But it does a bunch of other things that I really needed. But yes, absolutely love Gamma. We do have a question. We have a question from...
Yeah, he's on the screen.
Uh-huh. Oh, that's why it's blue.
He's on the screen.
Okay. Based on your experience.
Oh, very good question.
Do you want to start? How effective are leaders to adopt?
Well, I mean, my sort of background's more in strategic communication, but I know strategic communication teams in healthcare, it depends. I find there's a real mix of leaders. Some are very like, yes, we need to try, but some are very risk averse and very cautious. And there are some that are thinking, we'll wait till it slows down, and it's not going to slow down. So yeah, I think there's a bit of hesitation sometimes with, I think, leaders in many industries about not acting too quickly, but I think we need to act now. What do you think, Dr. Kim?
Yes, I think you're always going to find hesitancy and even fear when there's a lack of knowledge. And so by all of you being here in the room today, you have knowledge. And what you have to understand, you only have to know 10% more than the person you're talking to. And if you keep showing up every day, you're going to still be 10% ahead. So I think 90% of people are in the I still don't know what it is phase outside of being an advanced Google search. So just by being here, you could still consider yourself an early adopter. And a lot of the questions are just, what is it and how can I utilize it? And like you said, what's your favorite tool and how do you use it? Some of those are the most basic questions. But when you get down to like some of the people who are mentioning here, the type of problem somebody's trying to solve, now you take it to the next level on how you can use it to solve problems, but also to be the creator of those tools, because you don't have to go back to school. You can just set aside a weekend, and by Monday, you could have something in place.
Yes. The next question is, what are the AI tools that can help me make money? I think they all can. Excuse me, they all can, depending on how you use them and who you use them for and what you use them to do.
Yeah. And so actually, I just did a whole series last week on social media. So the first thing is your own personal finances, using it to manage your own accounts, learning what the accounts are and where to get started. And if you consider yourself to be not techie, it can walk you through how to navigate a page, how to look up the latest interest rate, annual return on investment. So that's the first place. What are the different accounts I should have? And what's the best return on my investment? Then you can move into investing, placing your money somewhere. It can help you navigate that and manage your money. And then you can start to build a business or solve a problem, because not everybody really wants to be an entrepreneur. So you might be an intrapreneur, where you're helping the company you work for solve problems, and you're elevating your value when you do that. That's why I emphasize seeing yourself as a problem solver. If you sit long enough, everyone will tell you their problems. Just pick one that you don't mind obsessing over, because you're going to be doing that so many times. But yeah, once you find out someone's problem, you just solve it. And right now, people just need help with, especially if it's a business, is customer communications, email, social media, marketing, and then how can you keep that customer engaged?
Absolutely. There was another question about where to take AI courses. And I mean, of course, you have to take Dr. Kim's course, but the other places I like for resources in terms of courses, I mean, again, I come from a marketing communication background. So the Marketing AI Institute is a wonderful resource. They have a lot of, they have a great podcast and a great newsletter, and they do run free courses as well. But there's also, I mean, the platforms themselves. So Google has some great AI courses. Also, OpenAI has a huge huge education platform with free courses on how to use ChatGPT for various things. So they're really great places to go. What do you think, Dr. Kim? Where do you go to learn more?
So actually, I have to give a shout out to the Black AI think tank. They held Black AI Literacy Week this year, and it literally changed my life. The dreams I thought were going to take years and people and all this money, I realized could just take seconds to hours. And so I've been attending their weekly sessions since then. And then they had another week dedicated to Black in biotech using AI. And I just continue to show up every week. But you can literally just go to a Google tool. It can be ChatGPT, Gemini, or Claude, and you just say, hey, look, I'm new to this thing. Teach me how to use you. Tell me how to use you, how to create a better prompt. I'm going to go get Claude to write an email for me. Give me the prompt so that Claude can help me do that. I want to create a picture that's photo ultra realistic. Give me the prompt so I can go put that into Canva. Oh, look, it came out this way. It has the text and the text is spelled wrong. Correct this prompt so I can put it back into Canva. And then it's going to get to know you. And so you want to create a continuity document. So especially if you don't have the paid version. So every time you're using a new tool, it can pick up right where they left off. So it's kind of like your brand Bible. If you walk away with anything today, is that you should have a continuity document. And it just keeps track of everything from your writing voice, your brands, your business. It can tell you where you're stretching yourself too thin, all your partners, all opportunities to make money. You can literally go to ChatGPT right now and say, hey, what did you say? I'm a nurse, a pediatric nurse. How can I make money in the next 90 days? Walk me through that.
Yeah. I saw a question too about an AI video editor. So I create a lot of video content, particularly in my role as an educator. Two of my favorite tools, one is called Descript, and with Descript, if it can cut out all of the ums and ahs from your video, and you can edit it. It generates the transcription, and you can cut things out of the transcription, and it actually cuts out of the video. And so I find that really helpful, and it has a lot of other features as well. And then what I like to do too, there's a tool called Opus Clip. So if you have a long, say it's a 10-minute video, you put it into Opus Clip, and the AI will find the best parts, and it will help you to create short videos from that. So you might have a long video, and it will create a video, videos for TikTok and reels and things like that, without you having to go through and manually edit. So that would be my two favorite video editing tools.
Yeah, and the value of AI, everyone has recognized it. So now they're embedding this in tools that they are already created because they want to keep their consumer on their own platform. So your Gmail has it, Microsoft, we use StreamYard like we're on right now to create our podcast. We use Opus and CapCut to do all the editing. Even StreamYard has its own internal editing. Canva has its own editing. YouTube just came out with it.
TikTok too. So TikTok has now just added a feature where it will repurpose and find those bits for you too. So yeah, you're right. Like all these these features are popping up everywhere.
Yeah. And actually, we just invited a guy on the podcast, an Initiative podcast. He created some AI characters who are older adults to help decrease the fear of older adults using AI. And so we actually asked him to create them so that they can have a conversation with me to help older adults prepare for their healthcare appointments. Like you can
That's
literally
great.
do anything.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely.
Shout out to him. It's Gigabit Grandpa and Grandma, Patrick Williams, who I met. So there's a lady who started the AI Execution Club because there are a lot of tools and you can get overwhelmed. And so we really want you to just pick one and just spend like 3 months on that one and then add another one. But the problem is action and executing. So with Black AI Think Tank, I met Cynthia Reppert. And she created the AI Execution Club. So every Thursday at noon Eastern, it's just a 1-hour co-working session. You learned about something, this is your hour to take action, not continue to look up more things. Like actually try to use it, and you're in a room where other people can tell you what they're doing and answer your questions and help you.
That's a great approach, because there's so many things to learn that often you get distracted by the next shiny thing and not actually execute what you're learning.
Okay, let's see. You talked about generate so many content from literature review to even a book, which is great, but I wish to find out if AI tools are free. Okay, so most of them are free to an extent. So you won't get access to all the features, and it will tell you straight up front, but you can get away with a lot with the free stuff. And that's where that continuity document becomes your friend, because once your like tokens run out, it will tell you, oh, you have to start a new chat. If you have that continuity document, you just upload the document and it picks up right where you left off. So after every couple weeks or so, or once I've added new projects or things on, I'll say, hey, update the continuity document. And then if something ever starts over, I just upload it and it picks up right where I left off, just like hiring a new assistant. So yes, you can definitely get away with free things for a long time. But once you get in the point where you're really trying to not start all over again, that's when you decide, okay, I think I might want to invest here.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm not sure if the audio is still on. Is the audio still on? I can't hear anything from my end.
Yeah.
It's on.
Is the audio still on?
Yes. I can hear you.
The audio is still on, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Just can't pick it from my hand. So I think we have a lot. You can see Dr. Kimberly and Dr. Karen Sunderland. We have a lot of ground to cover. There's a lot of work to do. We have so many people in the community willing to learn, willing to be mentored, willing to be taught, willing to be supported. They've been asking for expert help. And we are just trying to show that we have a whole lot of works on our hand. We are rolling up our sleeves for the work, and we will love you. Community eager, they are committed, and I assure you that following this particular summit, a good time, we will be coming back to the table to see how much support both of you can give to the community. I want to say thank you so much for your time, for your effort, for your sacrifices, and for staying with us from US, from Canada, and from Australia, making the visa-less and the borderless world a reality, where Africans don't need a visa to Australia or US to unleash the power of AI. Thank you for the world we are building, and we really appreciate you. So, on that note, we'll be moving on to the goodwill messages. I think it should start rolling in now. We have goodwill messages from all over the world, and I'll be bringing on some people who are willing to deliver the goodwill messages. While we're doing that, I'll also like to find out what. Okay, so the first person I'll be bringing on, I think someone is here from Kenya. Mordecai is from Kenya. Monica, you have 1 or 2 minutes. You want to say hi to people all over Africa, from US, from Australia, all the way from Kenya. Monica, are you there? Monica, can you hear me? Not sure. Okay. Monica is not there. Okay. Let's see if there's any other person there. Okay. I think we should just move on to the next item on the agenda, and that is a quick session showing our people what they can actually. Many people are still struggling with the aspect of understanding AI in the non-technical terms, and that is why we created this particular session to quickly look at explaining AI in the African way so that we can have a perfect understanding of what artificial intelligence can do for the market woman, for the nurse, for the teacher, for the engineer. So we'll be using illustrative analysis of the African region. For example, we're not talking about the computer, the tech aspect. We're not talking about AI like robots, but we're talking like the people that we already know in our everyday life. So imagine you are a trader in Kumasi. Kumasi is in Ghana, or you are a trader in Alaba. Alaba is in Nigeria or Onisha, or in Balogun Market in Lagos. Now, imagine you ask someone who helps you count your money so fast, who remembers every customer comes to you, so you need to tax your brain, who knows which of the goods on your store will sell best. You don't need to crack your brain. Who lets you know when prices of goods are growing up and tells you to quickly increase your price or sell some stuff faster. Tells you what message to craft to your customers, and not only that, helps you write the message to your customers. This person never gets tired, works 24/7 a week, works 24 hours a day and 7 days in a week, and the person is always at your beck and beckon. Imagine you having that person living with you, waking up with you, going to market with you, coming back home with you, going to work with you, and taking over every aspect of your life. That person is AI. So AI is not the trader, you are the trader. But AI can be that assistant that can make everything you do in the marketplace work like magic. Okay, let's look at another analogy. In many African homes, there's an uncle, there's an aunt, there's a grandmother, there's a respected elder, someone you go to ask, what should I do? Can you advise me? How do I say this? What is the wise way? AI is like that elder. And they say, what an elder sees sitting on a stool, even a young child in Africa, when he or she climbs the tallest tree, can never see it. So it means what you, as an individual, might not be able to achieve in 6 months, in 3 months, AI can help you achieve it in 1 day or 2 days. That is a power of someone who is wiser than you, who is smarter than you. And when you now bring your own brain to collaborate and partner with such person, then you know all your problems will disappear, and that person is AI. You just ask the question. The elder in Africa doesn't get angry. He never sleeps. He never say, come back tomorrow. He gives you the answer straightforward with elderly wisdom. And that is what AI can do for you. It can explain your problem and help you think clearly. Now, let's go to the school. Imagine that you have a teacher who teaches 40, 50, and sometimes 100 students at a time. But imagine that one teacher only for you, explaining slowly, repeating what you don't understand, never mocking you, never shouting. So instead of one teacher teaching 40, 50, 100 students, which we have in Africa, you have one teacher all devoted to you. And this teacher has so much experience, expertise, skills. Even if you don't understand anything, you can say, can you please explain to me like I'm 10 years old, or like I'm 12 years old, or like I'm a child? And they will break it down to you and explain to you. That is what AI can be for you. Now, let's go to the person who is in the house, the man in the house who knows how to fix things, the laundry, the washing machine is damaged, you can fix it, the TV is faulty, you can fix it. Now imagine you have a toolbox in your house. You may have the knife, the screwdriver, the broom, every instrument you need. And now imagine that you want to solve all the problems in your house. You need a big toolbox to do that, containing all the tools. You can, maybe 20, 30 tools. But now imagine that you have only one tool that can do the work of 50 tools. One tool normally cannot do everything, literally. But with AI, you can see AI as one old toolbox doing a lot of things. AI can be your writer. AI has been my co-author. So I wrote a fiction book and I converted the fiction to a movie. So AI became my co-author for the fiction book. AI became my co-movie producer for my AI animation film. So AI can be your writer, it can be your planner, it can be your teacher, it can be your designer, it can be your coach, it can be your helper, it can be your co-founder, it can be your business strategist. Imagine one person doing all of this. That is AI for you. Now, let's go to the multilingual setting. Imagine someone able to speak 4 languages, 5 languages. Wow, you are multilingual. You can speak 4. It's like amazing. But now, someone speaking English, Yoruba, Igbo, Hausa, Pidgin, in Ghana, you're speaking Twi, and you're speaking Kenya, you're speaking Arabic, you're speaking Portuguese, you're speaking Spanish. Just one person. So whether you say you communicate in Pidgin, it understands. Whether you communicate in Spanish or Arabic or French, it understands. Long explanation, short explanation, simple words in your own language, AI understands everything. That is what AI can be for you. Now, let's look at AI like having many people in just your single body. You're having a secretary inside you, you're having an advisor inside you, you're having a reminder inside you, you're having a helper inside you, you're having a motivator like Dr. Karen and Dr. Kimberly inside you, all in you, inside you. That is the truth. AI is powerful. But this is where the problem is. AI is only powerful when you use it well. A knife can cook food for someone. It depends on how you use it. And that is what AI is. Same with AI. If you don't use it well, nothing happens. If you use it wrongly, you get confused. If you use it wisely, you grow fast, you do everything with speed, and you are able to look like a genius. So, the world is changing fast. Our African brothers and sisters at home and abroad, jobs are changing, skills are changing, opportunities are moving online, and AI is becoming like the electricity of that time, the phone of that time, the internet of that time. Those who were able to embrace it and learn it early and use it early were the ones who benefited most. Those who ignored the digital transformation then suffered. AI is not for tech people only. AI is for everyday people like you, like me, every woman, every nurse, every midwife, and it's not here to replace you. Think of AI like that person say, help me do whatever I want to do, but do it better. You are not too old, you are not too young, you are not too late. You are right on time. And so on this note, I say, see AI not only as a tool, like a Google search engine, but as a person who can do anything for you as long as you have the ability to work with it and make it do it. Thank you very much once again for joining this session, this part of the session. And thank you, Dr. Karen and Dr. Sutherland, for this particular session. So we'll be taking a short break and we'll be going to the next session, which is a panelist session. We want to talk to people, Africans who were overwhelmed initially, but they took the boldness and decided to explore AI. And we want to see what is their story, how did they start, and how did they, what challenges they face, and what are they doing with it. Now they want to tell us a few stories. We'll be coming back after a short break to take the people on. Thank you once again, Dr. Kimberly Madison and Dr. Karen Sutherland.
Thank you. Bye. Nice to meet you all.
I've been muted. So I'm excited to bring in our panelists to the table. You're welcome. Rachel Oluchi, Adiola Eka, and Mordecai Eyusu. Welcome. Good evening. Can you hear me loud and clear, please?
Yes, I can.
I'm not sure if anyone can hear me.
Yeah, good evening. I can hear you.
Okay.
Yes, we can. We can. Good evening.
Yes, I can hear you. Yes, I can hear you. Good evening. Good evening.
Good evening.
Okay,
We
thank
can
you very
hear
much. Thank you
you.
very much. So welcome on board, Adiola, Rachel, and Mordecai. It's nice to have you here, and we are really excited to be able to speak with you. We are aware that three of you are currently in the AI field, and we are really looking forward to learning from you. How has your journey been, and how did you get to this point? So, my first question goes to Adiola. Adiola, before you came across AI, what was the journey like for you?
Okay. Thank you so much for having us here. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. It's so great to be here. And before AI, life before AI. So I was actually a visionary, very hardworking, deeply passionate about impact, and but I was also in the digital space. I've also been in the digital space for quite some time now, for about 7 years and all that. I've been in the digital space. So, being in the digital space, there at that time you had to do a whole lot of things um, without, would I say, lifting it heavy. You had to execute things, till there were some times I had to execute till odd hours. I would sleep very late, I would wake up very early. I had to work with clients in different time zones and all of that. And it was really, really executing digital matters and everything was really draining. It was very draining for me. Now, because of my genotype also, so my genotype is SS, and being SS and doing any work that is stressful and strenuous, you know how that boils down to. So being able to, at the end of the day, most times I used to break down a lot because the work was so much for me and I wasn't resting well. So a lot of times I would break down, I would still be working. I would actually still be, I mean, sometime last year or 2 years ago, I was in the hospital. I was in the hospital and I had a new client from the UK who I had to help handle their project to bring them to Nigeria. They were an awards brand. And I was in the hospital in crisis, in pains, and I had to still be talking with the client and convincing the client that I could do the job, you know. And at that time, AI had not gotten to this point where it was so easy to use. Life had not been so easy with a lot of AI tools at that time. But by the time I got into AI, by the time I got into AI, that as in it was, I'm telling you, I had speed, I had scaling, I had global reach, so many things that were slow. So many of my productivity, work tools, so many things became fast. I mean, imagine building a website for a client in 30 seconds. Now, that's how fast AI was able to help my job, building a website for a client in 30 seconds. And at the end of the day, even if you're editing it, the editing doesn't take you time. Then also leveraging to have marketing, marketing. There are marketing tools that I use for clients that at the end of the day, you have free lead generation, as in the AI is the one bringing the leads for you. You are not going out there to search for the leads. It's bringing in the leads for you. It's helping you and so many of as in the tools that AI, the kind of flexibility, the kind of time, the kind of space that AI gave. Right now, I do so much more, but it's less stressful on me. I do so much more, but less stress. I was still asking my kids. I said, I can't remember if I've been on admission in the hospital this year. I don't think so. I don't think I've been on admission. Even they themselves were asking, "Have you been on admission this year?" I don't think so, mommy. I think you've been very strong. So AI has come. At least AI was able to be there to help me to be able to do more in less time, do a whole lot. In fact, now that's why I'm called the Wonder Woman. I do things at a wonder super rate, super speedy rate. That's what I do. So yes, life before AI was stressful, strenuous. It was in fact it was just miserable. It was just miserable. Thank you.
So thank you very much, Adiola. We really appreciate your story coming from stuck, overburdened, overworked, exhausted, to now becoming a superwoman. That's really, really pretty interesting. The next person I would like to go to is Mordecai. Mordecai, you're talking to us all the way from Kenya. I know you've not always been in AI. What's the story before you came across AI, Mordecai?
Thank you very much for this opportunity and for having me here. My full name is Sehiosu Mordecai. I'm a Nigerian currently living. I have a PhD in architecture, and I have never practiced in the architectural space like drawing and design. Actually, before AI, I used to vent into drop shipping and digital marketing. And what university how everything was, I started dropshipping and I was trying to learn from someone who comes amount of reasonable money up to like $5,000. That was the motivation, like this that I'm trying to learn. I'm not there. I'll get to the root of it. So I started researching, started what do I need to do? It was about 2002, 2022 and 2023. Co-student laugh at me like you use this AI a lot, you're using it a lot. Use your brain. I was like, this is a help like it's a transition. So during my bootcamp in data science, credit and kudos to my instructor, Peter. He was a very good one. He really, really brushed me up. He was a very good friend. We bonded and he helped me transition. And from what's next, I started making online research because now I finished the data science and I couldn't understand how those when me that showed me the blueprint
I think your
of
line is breaking.
AI
I'm not sure I can
automation.
hear you.
So I started learning, I started doing all sorts of things, but learning and building and all that was not easy because I had to pay my rent, I had to do some other things. I was back on area of my rent. Key thing that got me boosted was the first
Okay, I think we
automation and
lost.
he's a voice agent
I'm not
for
sure if
the
it's from my
company
end.
here in
Pardon me if I'm
Nairobi.
interrupting. but I think we lost Mordecai at some
February
point.
brought that
I think we lost him. So
automation. I
let's
showed
see if
one of I don't
Adiola
know, maybe the
Rachel is
manager,
here.
some speaker at the event. I showed him my
Mordecai,
message.
are you
So
still
it was
talking?
so amazing, like, oh, this is amazing. What I've done is good. His word is something I never forget. You've done a powerful job, but Africa is not ready for you. You have to leave the continent and come back, and we catch up with you in 5 years' time. So that's in Africa. So with that, my motivation, my curiosity grew wider, and I started looking make it bigger and everything. And I started looking for how to train myself, how to go into more communities, because helps you to grow and helps you to get what you need. So I started going live on LinkedIn, no, live on TikTok. So from live on TikTok, I started doing showing some people some automation I've built, and I bumped into someone that changed the trajectory of everything by Catherine. Catherine was the person that saw. I was like, there's a section we're organizing, and there's someone you need to meet. She's a leading coach, which is Dr. Amaka Ifeduba. So I enrolled in her cohorts and I started posting my product, things I'm building, and I started engaging in different hackathon. And from there, I did a hackathon with Tony Dungu, which I was able to build with my team, we built an AI solution called Rafiki AI Tutor, which could speak, an AI tutor that can speak multilingual languages. Because the curiosity about it was like, how are we going to build it? The task was for us to build an AI that can speak offline and be able to speak the language. So that project was interesting, how I can build an AI that can speak my language, that can speak Swahili, that can speak Zulu, that can speak all African language, because Africa is beautiful and Africa is full of diverse language and ethnic groups. So this AI was something we could build. We could build it offline, thanks to Aricha, who was the head of the team in Chai Hackathon. So we did that, and this AI could communicate. It was very, very impressive. I was like, now I've seen what I can build, what I can do with AI without even having a coding background. So everything started growing, everything it started making sense, everything started coming, the pieces of the puzzle started coming together. And right now, I have students who are lecture AI. I have some community. I have some other community that even this AI even got me to the extent of I attended the conference in Uganda, where instead of me now being a part of the hackathon, I could now organize my own buildathon, because I thought of it, why am I calling it hackathon? I'm not a cybersecurity person. So Aricha came up with the name, called it buildathon. Now we can organize our buildathon in different places, and we're still going back to Uganda for another phase, bringing this Leave No Woman Behind as a partner for us to spread the whole of East Africa. Because my conception about this movement is like, women are I call the women the second creators of the earth after God, because they are the one that give birth to human being, nurture, they incubate and everything. So if they are creators, why are they being left behind? There's be any initiative for them to bring out their creative thinking, their creative mind. You don't have to have the tech background for you to be so creative and powerful, for you to bring out the innovation of AI into Africa, because Africa has the data and we are here to bring the unknown into the world. I don't know. Are you there? Can you people still hear me?
Yes, we can.
Okay. Okay.
Yes, we can, Mordecai.
Okay. So there's a story about how I came into AI automation and AI creativity and everything.
Wow, your story is quite inspiring. Quite
I don't know if JJ is
inspiring.
there. Is he?
I don't think so. I think he's out or something. Most likely he'll be in very soon.
Sorry,
Did my
sorry, I was speaking backstage. I didn't know I was backstage speaking. Thank you very much. I was saying, Mordecai, thank you much. I don't know if you heard that, but I've said a lot after you stopped talking. But I guess I was backstage. So I also said the next person
I
will be
didn't hear you.
moving on to is
Just
Rachel
what?
Ology. Rachel, I guess you didn't hear that. So Rachel, I'm bringing your board now. Rachel, over to you. What has been your story like before AI, and what changes has AI brought to you? Over to you, Rachel.
Hello, everybody. My name is Rachel Oluchi. Okay, they call me the AI queen. Okay, but before AI, it wasn't easy. I was working before. Anyway, I have a background in education mathematics. I studied education mathematics, so it has nothing to do with tech at all. So then I was working with a construction company, and then I stopped work in 2019. I was already married. I got married in 2017, had my baby 2018. Then that 2019, I had to stop work. Okay. When I stopped work, I became a full-time housewife. So life was frustrating. Staying one place, not doing anything. You have to be dependent. You have to ask for everything before you can be able to get whatever you need. It wasn't easy. It was so frustrating. Then in 2022, I saw some advert on Facebook, and I decided to register for, that was customer service. Customer service I registered into. Then from there, I entered into virtual assistant. So it wasn't easy. And then all of those things was not adding up, because I'm somebody that likes something that is kind of practical. So then I discovered AI in 2023. It was a game changer. It ticked all the boxes for me. Well, we started it then. It was just, there was nothing much there, no much to. Then that time, Remini, all those photo, it was just a simple AI tool. We were just using it to like play around. Then a lot of people that started with us, we were just going, playing around. You could be able to use your swap your image to something else that you want. But then that was where the journey started, 2023. Then 2024, we kept going, and then I would say that my transformation started this year, 2025. AI gave me a voice. Like, I discovered my voice through AI. AI I would say it has wiped away my tears. I know, like I said, I had no background in tech, but when I discovered AI, one thing with AI is that when you discover it, first it looks like, oh, are you sure I can cross this bridge? It looks like something that you can do. But over time, when you keep at it, you see yourself mastering it, and then becoming more and more deeper into it, going more deeper into it. So that is what I would say, that in fact 2025 is my best year yet as far as AI is concerned. 2025, my voice was heard. I got the opportunity to to facilitate to teach AI to at least this year I've taught at least up to 300 people AI, and then I've facilitated also teaching in a 3 months program. So AI is not yet when you come into it newly, it looks as if it's something you can do, but AI is the here to stay, and it's a co-creator. It's something that when you are into it, everything else begins to make sense. You can use it. So I saw someone that wrote in the comment section, as an entrepreneur, how can AI help you? AI can help you any field at all that you are into. Even if like you are a fashion designer, you finish making your clothes, maybe you are just starting up, you don't even have a manicure to display your wares, you can just say take a picture of your clothes, and then you ask AI to give you a model to model your outfit, and it will model it perfectly. AI can do anything for you, any field. It's all once you're able to master your prompting, it's all about AI is all about prompting. Once you're able to master your prompt, there is nothing you cannot do with AI. There is nothing you cannot do with AI. And it makes you, it gives you AI, like we so many people have said here, AI actually is just there. It cannot perform by itself. It's when you as a human operate it and gives it, just like computer, when you is garbage in, garbage out. AI is as wise as you make it to be. When you interact with it and then you make it to master you, you can have a AI assistant, you can clone yourself, you can have AI twin, you can do so much with AI. AI has opened my eyes and given me opportunity. Even this particular opportunity I am into here, it is AI. Like so many of the opportunities I've gotten this year, in fact, all should I say all my life, the first time I've ever gotten a salary, a six-figure salary, is AI that made me to get it at the comfort of my home. And most of them I did not apply. I didn't send a CV, I didn't apply, I didn't write any stuff, but because I was visible, I kept on creating things and posting. A lot of the opportunities I got was through being visible, being consistent, posting on my LinkedIn, Facebook, but mostly LinkedIn and Facebook. Okay, so that was where I have been discovered. Even this particular opportunity I am into now is also through LinkedIn. I do not know Mr. Josiah from anywhere, but it's from LinkedIn that he saw one of the things I posted, and then from there this discussion started. So AI can put you in any room. Yes, AI can give you, there is nothing you cannot do with AI, as long as you're able to put in your mind to it, and then you master your prompting. Prompt is everything. AI is all about prompting. Once you're able to master your prompt, and in fact, as long as you are in this room, you are blessed already, because the boot camp that is coming up from tomorrow is as in, you don't need to wait to be told what it's going to be like. It's going to be mind blowing. The vision that this particular Leave No Woman Behind came with is something you don't have to wait for someone to tell you about it. So I encourage you all to come over to the boot camp. You enjoy your stay, and you will be happy you did, because it's going to be mind blowing. You are going to be learning from those who have walked the walk and they are already eating their labor. So that is what I can say for now. Thank you very much, everybody. Mr. Josiah.
Hi, JJ. Are you backstage again? We can't see you.
Oliver, can you hear me?
Okay, I was talking at the backstage again. Rachel, I would say thank you very much for your time and your story. We really appreciate you. And I was saying that to round off, we'll be looking at a parting shots from three of you, Rachel, Adiola, and Mordecai. What's your parting shot to the audience? Just one sentence. For people who are stuck, who are afraid, who are scared, what do you have to tell them? Rachel, we start with you.
Oh, yeah, it's okay. My passing message to everybody. Yeah, it's okay to be scared. It's okay to feel like, oh, I can't do this, but then don't just give up. The bottom line is that do it scared, but do it anyway. Don't just stop. Yes, do it. It's good to do it, even while being scared. Be scared and still do it. Don't just stop. Once you are able to keep on doing it, that's where mastery comes in. So nobody starts as a master. You start from as a beginner. So even if you are scared, do it anyway. You will perfect in it. Thank you all.
Over to you, Adiola.
Mr. JK.
Okay, all right. So what I would say is this. Look, AI is not here to replace you. AI is not here to take your job. AI is here to assist you. Take it as an assistant, as a partner, right? Your AI is as smart as you make it, as smart as you lead it to be. AI needs you. It needs your creativity. It needs your uniqueness. It needs your humanness. It needs your. It is not to. It learns from you. It's just a brain that's in a computer that learns from you, that gets smarter just learning from you. So you can teach it. You can wield it well. AI was able to give me
I'm not
16
sure if
streams
anyone
of
can hear
income.
me.
Today, I have 16 streams of income. I couldn't have that like how many years ago? But today, AI gives me the power to
Mordecai,
become
your
a
parting shot,
producer,
please.
a creator. Okay, so like I said, AI is here to help you uniqueness. So it is as good as you need it to be. Thank you.
Mordecai, over to you.
Okay, can you hear me now? Can you hear me?
Loud and
Can you
clear.
hear me? Okay, okay. My parting shot. AI is the revolution of our time right now. What you can never thought of doing before, you've never thought of capable of doing before, with AI, you can do some imaginable things you never knew you can do. So look at AI as a tool. It's a machine which you can handle. You give it the rule, you give it the tax, you give it the texture, you give it everything. It speaks your language, not AI, you speaking AI language. No, it's a tool that we all have to use to change the revolution of which we are evolving into right now. And what I'm going to tell you right now, if you miss Bitcoin 2029, don't miss AI 2026.
If you miss Bitcoin, don't miss AI. Thank you very much, everyone. And we're gradually coming to the end. I would like to bring on Prof and Nurse Nyempu to the stage. And I'm assuming everybody can hear me clearly. Thank you very much, Adiola. Thank you, Mordecai. Thank you, Rachel, for coming on board. Hoping to see you all at the boot camp. I'll be bringing Nosi Yempuru about give us a good win message and probably round this off with a vote of thanks for everyone. Nancy Yepo is the founder and director of Nurses in Charge and a partner for Tech Nurses Africa and the Legal Nurse Behind campaign. Nancy Yepo, over to you. Are you there? Okay, I think we should just take one or two round off messages. If you can hear me, let's take one or two messages from the floor. So the question I want to ask you: how has today been? You want to start commenting? What has today look like for you as we are rounding up, ready to go? How has today been for you? Don't forget, you are invited to the boot camp starting tomorrow, the AI Reinvention boot camp, where you're going to go in, and by the time you're coming out, you are no longer the same again. So, how has today been for you? Let's see your comments in the comments. Just drop your comments in the comment section. What's your experience like today? Attending today's session. What has the experience been like for you? What has the experience been like for you? We would like to hear from you. What are you taking on today? Was it worth the time? Was it worth the effort? Let's hear from you, please. I'm not sure if I'm the one, but I'm not seeing comments from this place. I think maybe my audio is bad. I'm not sure if anyone is hearing me. Okay, my audio is good. So as we move, tomorrow is another day. We meet at the boot camp. Don't forget, if you're not part of the AI boot camp, please go join us in the community. And if you're wondering if you don't belong to a community, we will definitely be using a number here. You can use any of the numbers here to shout us up and let us know if you are interested in the boot camp. So, in case you are not part of the community, just send a message to the WhatsApp number showing on your screen and let us know that you are interested in let us know that you are interested in the bootcamp. So on that note, we'll be rounding off tonight. Some people are dropping the comments already. Okay, I think some people are dropping comments now. Let me see if I have any new comment. Okay, I think that's how we come to the end of the session today. Thank you much for joining us. Don't forget, this is a 4-day event, and we look forward to having you for the rest of the event. Thank you very much. And I say, oh, you're backstage. Oh, thank you. Thank you for letting me know. Okay, so we take a goodwill message from North Yepo all the way from United States, and we will be taking taking a good message and a vote of thanks from you. I think you should be able to come on now, North Yepo.
Hello, everyone. My name is Nyepu
Over to
Kemoho,
you.
Dr. Nyepu Kemoho. I'm a registered nurse and a doctor in nursing, and I am proud to be representing Nurses in Charge Global. On behalf of Nurses in Charge, we extend our heartfelt goodwill and best wishes to all participants joining today's event. In partnership with the Leave No Nurse, Leave No Midwife, Leave No Woman Behind movement for AI innovations, we celebrate our courage, curiosity, and commitment to embracing technology as a tool for equality, empowerment, and excellence in healthcare. May today's section ignite ideas, build confidence, and strengthen our collective resolve to ensure that no woman, no nurse, no midwife is left behind the digital future of care. Together we rise, together we innovate, together we lead healthcare with the digital, within the digital age that we have been opportune to participate in. Would you please remember two stories in the Bible? 2 Kings chapter 11, verse 3 mentioned a nurse who was able to hide the prince, of whom no one thought he was ever alive until they discovered he was alive. What is your story? What are you hiding within you? What are your capabilities that AI can bring alive? I am an amateur with AI, and I am joining this revolution with you. So again, thank you for this opportunity, JJ and your co-creators. Thank you for all of the efforts that have gone into bringing us all together in a world so large, but digitally we are able to all come together in one space simultaneously. On behalf of Nurses in Charge Global, my name is Nyepu Kemoho, and it is my profound pleasure to be here, and what a blessing at such a time as this. Have a blessed day.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Thank you. I think I have Joan Ogunleye. Thank you very much, everyone. Thank you, Patience Odutayo. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you, Nelson Yepu. It's still another 3 days to go. We have a lot to cover. So see you all at the boot camp. Thank you very much, and God bless you.